Well, it says it's got me live here. I'm going to get a couple people in here and get started. I'm actually just working here off my laptop. Let's see if we can get some people. I'm about a minute early. So I'm going to get some people in here. Well, I got to get rid of this old turkey neck. I guess that's what comes with age. All right. Let's see if we can get a couple chatters getting in here. Showing up a couple people online, but nobody chatting yet. But okay, now it's 9:00. Now maybe some people will get in here. Yeah, maybe some people will get in and we'll discuss. Well, my nose is itchy. Let's see. Showing a couple, 2 or 3. Yeah, come on. There's 4 or 5 people showing up there. Nobody chatting yet. I guess my chat room is. I'm gonna have to tell everybody to tune in. Let's see, tune in. Hey, Jamie. 3 p.m. today. Whoops. That darn thing wants to do that. I don't like the way it does that. I'm typing. I'm typing about my jukinoldies.com today at 3:00. At 3, let me get my finger out. At 3 today, I'll be on the air again, playing the tunes, playing the oldies. If you like oldies from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and old beach music and stuff like that. A lot of soul, beach music, things of that nature. That's what I'm going to be playing this afternoon on jukinoldies.com. That's my other little hobby I've got right now. I got talked into that by a good friend of mine a couple of months ago. So I'm doing my old DJ work again, but I'm doing it live so everybody can actually hear it if they want to stream it. And you can stream it on your phone, and you can stream it on your iPod and or not iPod, iPad, and if you got an Alexa device or a Google device, you can get it on it. So it's pretty cool. So hopefully everybody can do that if they want to. Jamie, have you voted yet? I voted. Barbara and I voted Thursday. The first day that it opened up, and there was a record turnout in North Carolina. I think Thursday and Friday. I haven't checked Saturday's results, but Thursday and Friday there was a record amount of people that voted in the state of North Carolina. So I hope that's a good thing. I hope there's none of this ballot stuffing, and that's what people don't realize. There was so much ballot stuffing and crap like that last election. In my opinion, there was probably millions of votes that were illegally cast last time because of all that ballot stuffing. But now they're trying to get all the illegals to vote. But thank goodness the state of North Carolina passed where you had to have an ID and you had to prove you're a citizen of the United States in the state of North Carolina. Are you still researching? Well, I didn't have to research long. I just went down straight down the line on mine. I went completely Republican on mine. If you didn't have a Republican beside your name, You didn't get my vote. Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. Obama, I don't care what Obama thinks. I mean, I don't know. I don't know where he gets his legitimate. He's not legitimate to me. I mean, he has no valid. He has no valid say in this election, in my opinion. I mean, he thinks that he can mandate to all black people that they're supposed to vote for Kamala, and she's not. She's very little black. All these people, oh yeah, she's the first black. Well, no, she's maybe black in skin, but she's not a black African American as they may think. Her dad was Jamaican, a light skinned Jamaican guy, and he married a Indian woman, and so she's half Indian. She's more Indian than she has any black heritage, but she wants to identify with the blacks. She wants to think that she's a sister, that sort of stuff, and she's not. But she's got a lot of them fooled in that respect. Yeah, yeah. Obama is supposed to be in North Carolina trying to drum up votes, and I think 99% of the people are committed to vote how they want to vote. There's nothing that's excuse me, I had to yawn there. There's nothing that could come out that would want me to change my vote, and I've already, like I said, I've already voted. Barbara and I, and my daughter Dina, and my son and his wife have all voted. They voted yesterday. My daughter voted Friday, and we voted Thursday. So our whole family has voted, except for my grandson. He's got to come in out of college and vote. Hopefully, he can get his vote in sometime this next week or something when he's home from school. But that's the only one. I hope it's. I cannot believe all the people that say they're going to vote for Biden. Well, around here, you don't see it. Barbara and I rode the area. You don't see a single Biden, I mean, not Biden, Harris and Walz poster anywhere. I mean, I have not seen the first one in my 2 or 3 counties that I live in, around here. I haven't seen the first poster that says Harris Walz on it. None. Zero. And I've driven all around this area. But so I know this part of the state will probably go very dominant Trump. I will be surprised if it doesn't. Now the governor, they're trying to screw over the guy that CNN came out with a bunch of false reports about him and try to connect him to some porn site or something, and stuff like that. But I just, and they're running all kind of crazy ads about him, and he's a true black man, and they want to run him down because he's a Republican. Had he been a Republican Democrat, he would have been the next thing since God. But no, because he thinks like a Republican, is a Republican. Oh, he's terrible in their eyes. They can't stand it when there's a black Republican for some reason or another. I don't understand that at all, but that's what you get sometimes. I mean, you get them that they'll show their true colors. I mean, it's like it's a coalition that they're out there, and they're indoctrinated to vote Democrat. I mean, they ought to play the thing that Charles Barkley said. They had him on something a couple of years ago, and he said, I've been going back and forth to my old neighborhood where I grew up, He said, and they've been voting Democrat for the last 50 years. He said, you go back there and it's still run down, and all these people have not been helped, and all this sort of stuff. And he said, doesn't look like there's any bit of progress in my neighborhood in the past 50 years. And they still vote Democrat. And Democrats have been in the rule for most of the time, and nothing has changed. And that's the truth. That's the truth. That's exactly what happens. I mean, they expect change and they never get change. Obama came in. He was the man of change. He was going to change everything. Nothing changed. So, you know, I don't know. It's just it's a crazy situation on that. How they can keep voting the same way and expect new results and they don't get it. I mean, you know, you keep going down the same path, you're going to keep getting to the same result every single time. You keep going down that same road, the same town or whatever is going to be on the other side, just exactly the way it used to be. I mean, nothing's going to change unless you demand change, unless you take a different path. And that's what some of them don't want to do. They want to keep on keeping on. Hey, Scott. Oh, I know it. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I tell you, I don't know about people. Yep. I hope everybody gets out there and votes early. Get this election behind us as quick as we can. I mean, I'm happy that I'm voted. I'm done with it. I don't have to worry about my vote. You know, if I don't make it to November 4th, at least my vote's been cast. And I'm glad that I'm glad I've got it behind me. And nothing was going to change my mind anyway. You don't like voting early? I like voting early. What's your why wouldn't you vote early? I mean, I for one want to stand in a long line on election day. I mean, it was still fairly long. I had to wait a little bit Thursday, but nothing like what I'd had to do on November 4th. So I don't want to stand in line on November 4th. Well, that's good, Walter. Well, if you've never had to wait in line, that's good. I've gone ahead and, you know, my mind is made up. So I want to get mine cast. I mean, the earlier the better. I mean, I'm all for voting early, and I voted early, and I'm glad. And like I said, there's a big turnout in our area. I mean, it's been pretty good, and I think it's 99% Republican. I mean, I know there's a few Democrats in there that there's always a few that can't seem to vote anything but Democrat. It doesn't matter if the devil's on their side. In my opinion, the devil is on their side right now, but that's a whole different thing too. But you know, all this campaign and everything, I don't even have to listen to it, mess with it. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. Oh, I keep yawning away, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just glad to be able to put that behind me as far as as far as that goes. I mean, it's just one of those things. I'm tired of messing with it. I'm tired, of thinking about it. It kind of gave me relief by voting early. Yeah, he's putting out. I tell you, if you look at the crowd, and and you see her rallies, and they try to make her rallies look big, but they never do scan the crowd. I mean, she might pull in a couple thousand or something here, but I mean, Trump rallies are bringing in hundreds of thousands, and she had the audacity to say, "Oh yeah," and those people are leaving early. They're probably trying to leave early to beat the crowd of getting back home, maybe. But good gosh, I mean, the, I'll take. I'll tell you what. I'll let them take up dollars, and I'll take up quarters at Trump rally, and I bet you I'll be richer at the end of the day if I got a quarter for everybody that came, and you can let them have dollars for everybody that came, and I guarantee you, I would by just taking quarters up, I would out I would make more money. I mean, that's the difference. But we got to have that many people to rally at the voting booth too. I mean, that's the thing about it. I mean, having good rallies is one thing, but we got to keep pressing the fact that we got to get the vote out. That's why I say vote early, or like they used to say, vote early and vote often. But I, I got my vote in, and I hope it counts. That's all. I know it'll count, but I hope it makes a difference. And I hope everybody else's vote gets out there and makes a difference too. I mean, these people that say, "Well, my vote doesn't count." Well, it doesn't count if you don't do it. That's for sure. I mean, that's just like uh, winning a lottery. I have yet to this day seen anybody that's won the lottery that didn't buy a ticket. And so, if you want to win the lottery, you got to buy a ticket. And if you want your vote to count, you got to vote. So that's one thing you've got to do. And I encourage everybody to not be complacent about that, and get out and vote. And I'm glad I voted early. Like I said, I encourage everybody to vote early. I mean, get out, get it done. I mean, there's nothing worse than come election day, you get discouraged because of the crowd, or you get discouraged, or just get complacent and forget to do it. Yeah. Well, that's all they can do. All they can do, they've painted him as Hitler and Nazi, and just anything that they can say disparaging. I mean, you know, that's why the rhetoric and everything has got to a fever, that he's had two attempts on his life, and everything. Thank goodness both of them have been foiled. And they well, the one guy was just a bad shot, and Trump turned his head at the right time. I mean, like I said, if he hadn't turned his head to look at that chart, gosh, I got a good night's sleep last night. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. I guess I'm still sleepy and don't realize it. Yeah, it's pathetic that all they can do is, and I see the rhetoric and everything down here. You'll see a couple of people with TDS syndrome, Trump deranged syndrome, that they'll get out there and they'll say this, this, and this, and all they can do is badmouth Trump. They can't say anything positive about anybody, and they definitely can't say anything positive about their candidate, because there's nothing positive about her. I mean, anybody that lets the border go wide open like it did. I mean, she's the border czar, and and she couldn't get it fixed, and just all these different credit. And then now she said, "Oh no, I wasn't the border czar." Well, they had it. They had it on in writing. They had it in a congressional memo or whatever, that she was the border czar. I mean, uh, Fox News showed it online and everything. Judge Janine, I saw that on the 5, and she showed it, and showed the bill number and everything else that said that she was the border czar, but yet she didn't do anything for it. and still doesn't have any kind of answer to it. She's just going to keep on doing what Biden was doing. And if you're so stupid that you want to keep on doing what Biden was doing, well, so be it. I mean, I can't understand it. I cannot understand it. Well, guys, I am going to be, like I said, busy again today, and I really need to get down and do some other things. So I'm going to cut this short again. I think y'all know where I stand. You know that I've voted already. So y'all go out and join the crowd. Y'all vote too, and everything will be a lot better. So I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all take care. We'll see you next week.